Baku speaking. Yeah, I told you I could solve that problem. You know where my office is, right? It's Spaces. I'll meet you there. I'm having my coffee right now. I want to share a topic with you that I hope gets you thinking. And those of you who know me know that I'm all about a mindset. I'm all about attitude. If I have a bad attitude, no one will ever see that. I will never let anyone see a bad attitude if I have one. Just won't do it. And, so it's important that we control our mindset, because our mindset will determine our attitude. The cause is the mindset, the effect is the attitude, and then your actions are based on your attitude, right? Because your actions are tied to your thoughts. It's just that simple. So what I want to share with you today is what we do is tied directly to how we think. I'm getting a call right now on my phone. So let's see here. Okay, so the bottom line is this, guys. Those of you who know me, I train my clients and my students about having the right mindset, having the right selling mindset, the right selling attitude. Because at the end of the day sales is an effect of a cause, and that cause is selling, right? So one of the things that I teach, not only myself, and I live it, is I try to share with my clients and my students that your mindset is going to determine everything. Because selling is a mindset, closing a deal is an attitude. And that's where a lot of people go wrong, because our habits come from our actions, and our actions comes from our thoughts, right? You can't escape that. So I could tell when I train people if they have the right mindset, the right attitude, if they're even doing the training that I'm sharing with them when I'm not around. Why? By the results, by the actions they take or don't take. So here's what you got to remember. Life is very simple. There's always cause and effects, and there's always excuses and results, right? Think about it. So what you do and the actions you take is tied directly to how you think. There's something that I use daily whenever I get a bad thought or I have a bad mindset. It's called conscious thought control, CTC. What you allow to enter your mind, if it's negative or not right, you have to change it immediately. You have to control it. Why? Because if you don't, the results are going to be the opposite, which means your actions are going to be taken based on that thought. So why is this important? Because it's part of our everyday lives. You see, a lot of people like to judge other people. What I do is I make judgment based upon what people show me, because they cannot hide their actions because it's visible, right? So their actions tells you how they think. It's very simple. So when it comes to selling, I could tell the level of understanding people have in selling by not only the results they produce, but the results they're not producing. So that's the first important thing for me when I train my salespeople or my clients or my students, is getting the right mindset, thinking the right way. Because I know that how we think is going to determine, or it's tied to our actions. Does that make sense? And, I'm rebranding my podcast, The Paul Cruz Show. I got some very powerful topics that I can't wait to share. It's going to blow your mind away. But it's very simple topics that a lot of people are ignoring because most people don't want to hear it. Why? Because they don't want to face the music, or basically look in the mirror and realize that they're the problem, because we are our worst enemy. So here's the thing is, what we do is tied to how we think. Now, you also have to remember that if you don't change the way you think, then you can't change the way you act. So, for example, if people have problems, they're either alcoholics, drug addicts, sex addicts, or whatever the case may be. That's just the way society is right now. It's a shame, but that's the way it is. In order for them to change that behavior, all those actions, they have to change the way they think. And the way you think, that means you got to change your environment. And the most important environment is your mental environment, right? Because your mind is what determines your actions. Does that make sense? So some of you may not want to hear this. This may be too serious for you. But here's what I tell you. I'm never going to share with you things that you want to hear. I'm always going to tell you things you need to hear. Because at the end of the day is, the only thing we control is our mindset, is our attitude, is the actions we take or don't take. So if you have a bad mindset or bad thought and you don't do something about it, then you're going to take that bad attitude and you're going to take that bad action. If you have evil thoughts, that you want to hurt people, that you want to steal, that you want to lie, you're going to take that action. There's no ways around that. If you got good thoughts and righteous thoughts and caring thoughts, that you want to do the right thing, you're going to take the right action. You're going to have the right attitude, right? So a mindset determines the attitude. You can't have one without the other. And that's what I try to teach people is, listen, people, unfortunately, don't like to hear the truth because they're so emotionally involved in the decisions they make. So, for example, in sales, right, or in selling, there's only two ways we buy or prospects buy. They either want something or they need something. When you want something, it's emotional, it's exciting, it has all these things. I mean, it may not be the right decision, but you're going to make that decision. Why? Because your mind was excited. Your thought was excited. You had emotions and you had to take an action. But when you need something and it's the right thing to do, unfortunately, people resist it, right? For example, you got to get insurance for your car. Well, I don't want insurance. Nobody wants insurance, but we need insurance, right? Or you need to go to the doctor. I don't want to go to the doctor. Or you tell a kid you need to go to the doctor. Well, I don't want to go to the doctor, mommy or daddy, right? Because the things we need to do are the things we try to resist and ignore. That's how selling is. That's what it is. Does that make sense? So you really got to think about it. Look at your actions, because people are always making excuses. They want to blame somebody else. They want to blame society. They want to blame XYZ. But at the end, they're the ones taking the action. And here's another example. I had a few people that, told me, Paul, I want to move here. I'm tired of this city and I'm burnt out. I said, here's the problem. Wherever you go, you're taking you with you. It's not the city or the state. It's you. It's me. Right? So just think about it. What we do is tied to how we think. It is that simple, guys. It's not complicated. Unfortunately, we make things complicated. You know what I mean? I'm gonna open up my soda here. Give me 1 second, guys. Anyway, Share your thoughts, share your comments, and let me respond to it. For those of you who are watching, and let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with this? Do you disagree with this? If so, why do you agree or disagree with it? I'll wait a few seconds to hear a response. This cold soda, you know, I shouldn't be drinking soda. I should have took conscious thought control, right? But I didn't. Because I want a soda. I don't need it, but I want it. You see my point? So listen, guys, you know, for those of you who are small business owners, entrepreneurs, right, and salespeople, if you change the way you think, if you have the right mindset, it's going to change everything about how you do things. It's going to produce results beyond your comprehension. Because you see, attitude is contagious. Is your attitude worth catching? Think about it. You like being around people that got a bad attitude, or you try to get away from them? Try to get away from them, right? Does that make sense? You like people that are exciting, that are energetic, that are passionate, that have a good attitude. You like being around that, right? But those that are very negative, that have a bad mindset, a bad attitude on how they think, it's always going to reject people that are positive and energetic. Because they're insecure. Because the way they're thinking is the way they're acting. So this is free. This is something you have control. Well, you got to be willing to make the changes. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So, you know, that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I should give you a little tour of the studio. Let's see here. And well, let me see here. Give me 1 second, guys. But anyway, I hope this has been helpful to you guys. Again, for those of you who are watching live streaming with me, I do appreciate that. Do me a favor, share your comments. Let me know what you think, and I would appreciate that. If you want to follow me and know more about certain topics like this, whether it's selling, whether it's mindset, whether it's attitude, you know, follow me at my YouTube channel at Paul Cruz Sales Agency. If you like the video, you know, smash the like button and share the video with others if you believe it can help others. And also, if you want to follow me, just subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate that. But again, you know, I'm all about mindset. Those of you who know me, I'm all about attitude. I'm all about excitement and energy and being enthusiastic and being passionate because I love what I do, you know. And at the end of the day is, if I have all that and you have all that, but you don't take the right action, it means nothing either. You see what I'm saying? So it's important that you understand that everything you do and every action you take is because you think that way. There's no ways around that. You cannot hide from that. You can ignore it. You can try to deny if you want, but it's just that simple. You can't hide from that. It's just the way it is. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope this has been helpful. Again, if you like this, you know, share your comments, share your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Till we speak again. But I want you to remember this, that what you do, what I do, is tied directly to how we think. No ways around that. And remember this also, with the right mindset comes the right attitude. And with the right attitude comes the right action. And with the right action comes and produces the right results. Thank you for your time, guys. Have a great rest of the week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.